Scentland, the land of scent. Hello everybody and welcome, it's Chris back today with a special selection of fragrances from my collection. A selection from my collection of 12 fragrances that take us places. Take us places, what do you mean by that, you could ask, and the question is very welcome, okay? I mean fragrances that if you smell them, they immediately put you or anybody who smells them into a particular space, a scenario, or a mood or vibe, but most precisely a particular spot geographically, okay? And you're gonna deep dive, you're gonna see what I mean, okay? Important to mention that this selection of these 12 fragrances is not necessarily related to any personal experience of mine, because then you could ask, okay, it reminds me of that place, but what do you have to do with it? You've never experienced that, so why would you know? No, I'm trying to be neutral here and say that if I smell these fragrances from my collection, I think these are instantly taking me, and therefore anybody who smells it, to a particular place around the world, or put you in a particular scenario, okay? So without much further ado, let's deep dive into there, and let's board the plane. Let's board the plane. Let's take off, okay? Take off. Come on, take off with me into this journey. Let's walk onto the tarmac of an airport, and sometimes you have to do that in order to board your plane, okay? Maybe it's sitting outside somewhere on the runway, parked, not necessarily at the terminal, so you have to walk. You may be taken by a bus there, or you have to walk on the tarmac. And when you walk the tarmac, there's always wind on the tarmac, right? You walk to board your plane, and you feel the air, and you feel the wind, and planes are being fueled and loaded around you, and you can feel the smell of kerosene in the air, straight tarmac and kerosene. As you board the plane, this is how it smells. Gianmarco Venturi, Frames Essence, smells of kerosene as you walk on the tarmac at an airport, ready to board your flight. Okay, this is how it smells. Nothing more, nothing less. Trust me. Now you've arrived to your destination, and you're bloody hungry. You want to walk straight into in an Italian restaurant. Why not? Why not? I actually do that almost every time. I need my pasta when I arrive. I need my pasta. And what does smell better than an Italian restaurant? Then how fitting. Luciano Pavarotti. Luciano, released in 1999. This smells like you walk in a nice, not fancy, nice, very good, very authentic. What I mean, authentic Italian restaurant, where you can smell the prosciutto, where you can smell the pasta dough being made by Giovanni, and yes, the next pasta is coming, perché non aspetta? That's how it smells, okay? You smell the dough, you smell the prosciutto, you smell the little herbs and spices used in the Italian restaurant, okay? That's exactly how it smells, ladies and gentlemen. Luciano Pavarotti, Luciano. Now, afterwards, you go into your hotel, okay? You go into your hotel, but before you go into your hotel, you jump into the bakery that's just straight across the street from the Italian restaurant. You go into the bakery. You want some, freshly baked bread to bring home to your hotel, right? I don't know why would you do it, but never mind. This smells. This is just a fantasy story I'm trying to, ad hoc go through here, okay? Give me your hand and I'll take you through this voyage, okay? This is the smell of a bakery, of freshly baked bread to be precise. But released by Karl Lagerfeld in cooperation for H&M in 2004, limited edition, Liquid Karl. Liquid Karl smells of freshly baked bread, or actually walking into a bakery where they do freshly baked bread and pastries and all that stuff. Liquid Karl, oh yeah. So you had your shopping in the bakery, and you want to go ahead straight into the hotel. Okay, let's say we are in Las Vegas. You go up the hotel, big, huge, inexpensive, Mandalay Bay, MGM Grand, whatever you want. You know, you go, nice room, everywhere overdone, air conditioned, okay? Yeah, you know, you maybe, don't tell anyone, you maybe have a nice shag, okay? Take a cool shower, dress up smart, dress up nice, and then you walk not onto the street, because the street outside is bloody desert hot. You don't go outside, you stay in the hotel, and that's the aim, okay? To go straight for the casino area of that particular establishment, okay? And still the air condition is boasting from everywhere. You see all those guys, you know, with the big watches, the big chains, overdone, everything is just too much. The nice girls in their short dresses serving drinks for free just to keep you in the bloody place, okay? This is how it smells. Intense it is it? It is intense. Is it artificial? Oh, to no end. Oh, is it fine-tuned or well-blended? No. But you still love it. You still love it. This is exactly how this fragrance smells by Giacomo for Men Intense. Giacomo for Men Intense smells like your ultimate Las Vegas experience, with the hotel, with the nice shag, with the overdone air condition and the jewelry, and all those nice girls serving you the drinks, and people playing just too much roulette, blackjack, or slot machines, okay? This is how it smells. Giacomo for Men Intense. Oh yes, baby. Oh yes. Another drink, please. So if you have that experience, you want to just, you know, chill out and dip your ass into the pool of the hotel. Of course you can. Of course you can. This is exactly how it smells. Pool. Being in the pool. Now the pool, again, like much of Las Vegas, smells extremely artificial. Of course, it's synthetic. It's a pool, for Christ. Full with chlorine and all the other stuff to keep it clean, okay? And this is exactly how this little juice smells. I love it for that. I love it to bits. This smells like you are sitting your ass into the pool, okay? And enjoy life. This is how it smells. Super dry blue man's fragrance, okay? Super dry blue man, the ultimate pool smell. Now, after you've done that, you maybe fancy some skiing, okay? Well, maybe you go up to the Rocky Mountains. Well, I think they're not that far away. Okay, you're still in the desert, but a little bit of drive would take you out of Las Vegas toward the Rocky Mountains. But let's not be as far-fetched as that. Let's go back to Europe and say you want to have a nice excursion on to the Swiss Alps or the French Alps. Tommy T gives you that experience. A nice altitude, not too high, 3,500 meters max, maybe 3,000, let's stay with 3,000 at max. French Alps, Swiss Alps we're talking about, maybe the Rocky Mountains if you want to, if I need to be geographically correct, okay? But this is not the Himalayas, okay? Why I'm saying this? Because pine trees are still around, there's vegetation still around, it's not only just ice and stone and glaciers and all that. So here you have the snow, you have the ice, and you have the pine trees. And in the midst of all of that, you are enjoying your winter holidays in the Swiss and French Alps. Ah, that's some of it. Yes, very much so, very much so. Here you go. The ultimate French, Swiss, or even if you want, Bavarian or Austrian alpine holiday feeling with Tommy T for Man, released by Tommy Hilfiger, obviously. 2001, I think, was the year. Now, after all of that, if you just say that, okay, I've had enough of the cold, my toes are freezing, you know, I want to go back to the beach. Well, in France there's beach, but you got to travel a bit. But let's go back to Las Vegas maybe, or anyway, any place, anywhere around the world which is exotic, okay? Exotic, hot. It can be the desert, it can be a beach resort, it can be Dubai, it can be the Maldives, it can be the Seychelles, it can be Tahiti, Hawaii. What do you have everywhere? Palm trees, of course you have them. And you have them in Havana as well. Geo F. Trumper released this recently, and it's being dedicated to the 100 or over 100 species of palm trees in Cuba. Okay, and this is exactly how it smells. Holiday destination smell. Carefree, easygoing, barefoot, flannel shirt, bronze skin, easy holiday, summer holiday feeling. Havana by G.O.F. Trumper gives you exactly that. With the bar, with the palm trees, with the sand between your toes, and you're among people that enjoy this in a bar, in a restaurant, and you're just having a bloody good time. Havana, a different Havana, right? Okay, you enjoyed that. Now, after that, you had 2 cocktails at the bar, Havana style, and you want to go have a walk on the beach. Again, still the sand, the warm sand between your toes. You love that. You take your shirt off and enjoy the breeze. You walk on the beach. Yes, you do. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Wild Ocean by Courage will give you exactly that sensation. Wild Ocean by Courage gives you the ultimate beach feeling. Wow, and it's still we're talking about a nice warm beach on the shoreline, not in the water yet necessarily, but on the shoreline. But you can get into the water because the water is warm enough for you to take a dip, okay, or a nice swim. Like I do an hour in the sea or the ocean if I get to a place like this, okay? Wild Ocean by Courage gives you exactly that beach shoreline feeling, okay, without being coconutty, okay? Love this. And then you decide, okay, well, you know what? I board a nice boat. I want to board a yacht and have a cruise. Have a cruise on the sea, on the ocean, on that boat. Nice boat, right? Nice yacht. Just put the engine on and drive. And while you drive, and the air from the shore still hits you, maybe a nice wind, and you can still smell the pine trees or the vegetation along the shoreline, okay? But you're already on the boat. You are approaching deep water smell. Deep water, salty ocean or sea smell. Yeah, it's not the beach anymore where you're safe and there's no risk if you can't swim. I can swim, but if you can't swim, you won't put more than your feet into the water now, because we're talking about deep water here, okay? So this is how it smells. Really aquatic. If you can't swim, it's gorgeous because you just drop yourself into the ocean or the sea from the boat or the yacht. Oh, how refreshing is that? Nobody around, you have a nice swim, you take a look for those dorsal fins maybe, but other than that you don't need to be worried, okay? Fragrance, Jean en Provence, Aqua, that reminds you of all of that. And I hope I mentioned every fragrance's name at this stage, but I'm so enthusiastic doing this preview that I really feel like I'm there. And afterwards, your boat and your yacht takes you into a weird harbor where there's rugged fishermen offloading their cargo, their freshly caught fish onto the shore to be processed. This is how it smells. Rammstein Seemann, the fisherman, okay? Exactly smells like a rugged fisherman who's offloading his fish, his freshly caught fish, onto the dockyard of the harbor, okay? Can be an industrial harbor or can be just a local little fishing village, okay? But you just navigated your yacht into the boat or your boat into that harbor, okay? And this is how it smells. You can see all those guys smoking and offloading their freshly caught fish, absolutely. And then after you had all of that, you say, oh, I've had enough of this weird experience on the boat. I want to head off to the mountains, to the wilderness, to the woods, to be alone, to regather myself in the wilderness. Destination Wilderness by Avon, the best wilderness smell I've ever come across. Avon of all places, okay? Wilderness, pine, the best pine. Artificial smelling, yes, it's artificial. Oh, it smells so. Give me a break. Unless you pack a bloody pine in there, it's going to be smelling. Or your Christmas tree smells artificial. And come on, give me a break. Artificial pine at its best by Avon, Destination Wilderness. You're up on the mountain again, or in the woods, and you just take a walk, and it's green and it's piney. That's how it smells. And after you've had enough of your Las Vegas casino, Swiss Alps, beach, boat, fisherman, and wilderness experience, you just want to sit back in a nice Parisian cafe, in a brasserie, Brasserie Lippe, or Le Deux Margots, or Café du Flore, and enjoy a nice coffee, maybe a Ricard, okay? Paris, sidewalk cafe feeling. This is how a sidewalk cafe in Paris smells like. Aura, Giacomo again. Giacomo, I hadn't featured twice. Giacomo Aura from the year of 2000 smells exactly like you sit and have a nice newspaper, having maybe lit a cigarette, or somebody beside you did. You have a nice croissant, nice coffee, and you enjoy the well-dressed people in Paris. Just easy, a nice easy brasserie feeling in Paris. This is how Aura by Giacomo smells, 100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, I was trying to give you a fragrantic journey here, okay, of places. These fragrances, these 12 fragrances remind me of that you could travel to anytime. But these, without traveling, give you the impression, the moods and the vibes of these special places, okay? Let me know your comments, and yeah, I hope that I was able to put something new on the table, on our table, this fragrantic table of ours, okay? Thanks very much. It was Chris from Sandland, and see you soon for another review. Oh yeah!